Alright, I am here to make a response to your open letter to education. I apologize about any trouble with the audio. Apparently there's something wrong with my mic. I don't know what that is. But here's the deal, man. Um, about your open letter to education, here's the thing. Um, unless you fix what you just did, unless you go back to school, you made the biggest mistake of your life just now. And here's the thing, man. In the following years, when you apply for a job, if you want any kind of decent job, any job that pays largely more than about 30K a year, or 30 to 35, what you're going to have to do is fill out a resume. And under a resume, there's going to be a section labeled education. And under that label, I don't think that you're going to be able to write Wikipedia or YouTube or internet because, brother, you're going to get laughed out of that interview room. No, scratch that. You send out the resume before you get an interview. You're not going to get any interviews, man. You're not going to be able to get a job. Okay, not one that would require a college degree because almost all of them do it. And so here's the thing. I think you made an excuse for why you left school and didn't go through this. Um, and I can say that because I did. I dropped out of college. I went to school from roughly 2000 to around 2003, about 2.5 years. Um, but I was still a sophomore. I never became a junior, and part of the reason is because I didn't follow my classes. I didn't pay attention. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I made excuses about it. And I transferred from one school to another, and later left school and said that, oh well, the reason it didn't work out was because um, financially I didn't transfer from one school to the other. Now the thing is, that's actually true. That is what happened. But if I had been diligent, and if I had been responsible, and if I had done what I was supposed to do, that wouldn't have happened, and I would be in an all right situation now. As a result, over the last 7 years, um, going back to school has kind of been the work of my life and the goal of everything that I've done because I wasn't able to for a long while in regards to other irresponsible decisions that I made. And now financially, just this last month, I've put myself in a position where I can now go back. But here's the thing. Let's say that I have a full year of decent credits, because that's probably about what it is. So, okay, to get a 4 year degree, a bachelor's, what I'd then be looking at is 3 years of going back to school, right? However, because I'm now in the workforce, I probably have to go as a half-time student, which sets me back to twice the amount of time left. Instead of 3 years, it's now 6. I'll be 28 here in a couple of weeks. That means I'm looking at being 34, 35 by the time I get my college degree. That then sets me out in a workforce where youth is everything. Whereas, why would they hire, despite my experience, they would preferably look at a 22 to 23-year-old with a degree over a 35-year-old with a degree. Or if they are looking at a 35-year-old with a degree, they'd rather see someone who got their degree at 22, 23 and have spent the last 10, 12 years in the field that they got the degree in working it through. Um, which is another way of saying that essentially I'll be pretty disadvantaged for the rest of my life because of the mistake that I made. And so I'm making this to tell you that you made an equal mistake and that you need to go back to school right now while you still can and stop being such an idiot.